Alright, hello, I'm back. And I got more. We'll see what comes out of this energy. Let's see what comes out of this energy, y'all. Let's see. Alright, I pre-shuffled this. I got some facing backwards and forwards. We got 8 of Cups. Someone is walking away, letting go, leaving something behind. Okay. Then we got 6 of Wands, success and victory, recognition and praise. That's what this is coming up positive. Alright, and now we got the 7 of Cups in reverse. In reality, poor choices, feeling trapped, and avoiding issues, miss opportunities. Alright, now here we go. Here's the other person. They feel like they have a missed opportunity with you. Yes, and then we got the Hermit in reverse. They are out of isolation. They want to come out. They want to make themselves known. They don't want to be a hermit no more. They're done. Alright, and you're walking away with strength. Strength. Look at that. You got all that strength. So, which shows me you're healed. Alright, and then there's a Page of Swords. A message coming to you. Good news of a victory. Pages are messengers. And then this person, I can't make it up. I pre-shuffled all this. I couldn't memorize all these cards if I wanted to. Got strength in reverse. This person that has made poor choices, maybe let you go and pushed you into walking away, now has no strength. Mercury retrograde. Gotta love it, y'all. Gotta love it. Alright, and then we got a Knight of Wands. Alright, I gotta make sure I get all these meanings together. Grab my phone. Grab the phone. So I can get the meaning, because it doesn't always have to be love. You could be just walking away from a shady person. I mean, it could be a lot of things, guys. It could be a lot of things. Alright. Knight of Wands. I know this has to do creativity and stuff, but I just want to be sure. Alright. Okay. I'm glad I looked this up. Alright, this person's coming out of isolation, unhealed, and they have lack of direction and burnout, and they have no strength. This is how they're coming out. Whoever's in your energy. Alright, and then we got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Alright. I want to say this has to do with money. Alright, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, missed chances. Then we got missed chances over there. Alright, this person, now that you have strength, it feels like they have missed chances, money stresses, and poor planning. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's what they're feeling. And then 2 of Wands. Bad planning again. I don't know, I'm picking up, collective, that this person was planning your downfall. I feel like this person was planning your downfall, y'all. And this Page of Cups, this is my dark deck, which this is dark too. They're coming from a real low vibrational, like that devil energy. Alright, and then the Page of Cups. I want to say this is an offer of love, but let me see. So it's a bad offer of love if it is. Let's see if I am right, collective. Page of Cups meaning. Alright, it brings a message of love. I was right. This is a dark message of love. The only reason they want to bring a message of love is because they feel defeated. This deck is not of good energy. Not at all. And I don't even know how this got in here. I did not have this in here, but this person wants to be seen. In their presence, you feel something rare. They feel seen in your presence, and this isn't even supposed to be in here. But it was meant to be in here for a reason, so this person wants to be seen. They don't feel seen. Maybe you're ignoring them. Maybe that's why that came up. We're going to put that over to the side. And then we have, this is in the upright, over here. And this is the Five of Wands. Competition, conflict, debate, setbacks, disagreements. This is what they have in. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we're in the Hermit. Right under the Knight of Wands. So they're having someone's having disagreements with this person for coming, and they're fighting to come towards you for some reason. It could just be their inner conflict. For some of you, it could be a third party. For some of you, it could just mean that they're a dumbass. Alright, now we got Judgment here. You walked away, called Judgment. You called Judgment. Maybe I feel like you believe in the divine. If you believe in a higher power, so you don't believe in the devil energy, so you call Judgment. And then there's the Queen of Cups. You're coming across. Here's Queen of Cups. You held their Queen of Cups, the cup of love, and you took it away. You took away their cup of love. And then we got Eight of Wands over here under this love offer. And you have walked away from this love offer in the past. And that's why they left. Because you turned them down and said you didn't want to be a part of something. And then we have King of Swords. I know it's a stern ruler, but I just want to say what it is for all of it. Alright. Okay, you're coming in as intellectual power, logic, and truth. You give the truth. You're coming off male or female as the King of Swords. You're the truth giver. Okay, that doesn't go with that deck. That don't go with this reading. And we have another Queen of Cups. Alright, under Judgment, a Queen of Cups. Alright, so there's a second Queen of Cups. Oh, that's under Judgment. It could be the same person, guys. Just male or female. A male could be a Queen of Cups. I feel this is the same person in this deck, only because I haven't seen anything else here that would symbolize the third party. So I feel this person, the cup of love they gave you, you called Judgment on God with them. And both of your hearts got weighed. Alright, then we got Four of Wands. Let me look this up. I will have all these memorized soon. Okay, that's what I want to say. Okay, there's a celebration here. They want a celebration, but they want you to be in a lower vibration energy as they celebrate. I feel this conflict is your family, though. I feel the conflict is your family, but they want a celebration, but they want to celebrate you in a lower vibration, if that makes any sense. They don't want you to be so damn independent. Alright, then we have the Four of Wands again. Over here under the Eight of Cups where you walked away. You walked away from a relationship with them. You walked away from harmony and prosperity, and you walked away from all of this. You didn't want it, but they are trying to convince you that you do want it. And then we have Five of Swords. Conflict, disagreements, and competition. I feel this King of Swords is you knowing your best self, and then you're putting up this conflict. You yourself are putting up a conflict because you do not want to be near this person. You do not want to be near this person. Alright, and this person, male or female, is now in the Five of Pentacles. They're in poverty. Ever since they left, you left, and you won't take them back to be your boo. They have turned to poverty. And then they want to move forward with the Chariot and this Four of Wands because they're sitting in the Five of Pentacles. They're poor. And they want the Two of Cups with you and the celebration. They want you to change your mind. They didn't have much of anything. Temperance comes right up under all of this fighting. This whole situation is being balanced out. Alright. And then Two of Cups comes again. Soulmates and unity, close bond, spiritual connection. Alright. Here comes the third party, guys. There comes the third party. What put them in poverty was this Two of Cups. There was someone else, and that put them in the Two of Cups. And they're going through poverty, and they said, well, you know, when I was with the collective, it wasn't like this. So they're trying to bring you back. So, be aware. Alright, then we got Seven of Wands. Now they're defensive and they're standing up for themselves with this Chariot moving forward. Now they got conflict because in their journey they must have needed companionship and they found it and it wasn't good. Alright, under this Two of Cups here, we got celebrations, friendships, and reunions. Alright. They would like this with you because the other person they are in Five of Pentacles with. But I don't know if they're going to get it. And Temperance comes under the Lovers here. The Lovers. The Lovers card. Alright. They want to alchemize this to be all lover again. Then we got the Knight of Swords here. Under this here, we got... This is, unexpected situation, this Two of Cups. Alright, there's an unexpected situation with the person they picked over after you left and walked away. They changed the story around. They got someone else involved now. Alright, these are face down, so this don't go with this one. Yeah, we got this third party over here. They're not happy with this third party. I don't think they have as much money as you do, collective. Alright, they don't have any new opportunities with this person. Ace of Pentacles. There's no, in reverse means there was no new opportunities. They were promised good things and they never got it. And under this celebration they thought they were going to have, that they used to have with you, they're getting stagnation and accepting less. And their fear of change, their fear of they got fear of poverty over here. There's fear of poverty and they don't want to walk away from you. And then they don't want to walk away from the other person because they might be homeless. I'm picking up. This is just with the energy, guys. And then Pages of Swords. You're coming out with a strong will. Strong will. And you're sending messages, hell no, I won't go. So this is the energy. And then somebody was released from bondage. The devil's in reverse. Okay. Somebody was in bondage over here. I think it was with the third party. They went in this devil energy with the third party. Alright, then we got the Five of Wands. Now they want to make peace. Because they have no opportunities. There's nothing to fight for. There is nothing to fight for over here, guys. And then Temperance comes right under. They don't want to let go of the past. They don't want to do it. They don't want to go forward. So Temperance is here to balance out the situation. And then Four Cups. Oh my god. I just seen that all day long. What the hell? Alright, hang on, guys. Alright. Okay, missed. New chances. It's boredom and missing new chances. Right under this, your Page of Swords. They are missing their chances because they see that you're doing well. You're doing well, collective. Alright, and this person went on a fool's journey. They just went real quick and didn't care. Right into the devil. The devil's right here. They walked into a fool's journey to be bonded to the devil. I can't make this up if I wanted to, y'all. That's the way the energy goes. Alright. And they were victorious with the devil. They had victory with the devil. And they had peace for a little bit with the devil. This third party and them, they were enjoying, you know, the devil energy. Maybe they liked, you know, sex and all that. That's usually what the devil energy is. Alright, now we have the Three of Wands. Alright. Now they got foresight. And they put in some hard work because they now realize they're sitting up in devil energy. And with this Two of Pentacles, it's in reverse. So they're not balancing resources no more. So they have saved up a little money to try to come forward, but maybe there's here. And then we have this Tower energy. They had a tower that hit them. Alright, they got fear of change. They're fearing change that's coming. They fear the change that's coming. They know things were better with you. They know things were better with you. And now the Two of Cups. They're in separation, rejection, division, and imbalance. I can't make this up. The Tower hits, and all of a sudden these two are not together no more. So, and now here, disharmony, misalignment, and working alone. Three of Pentacles. There's no cooperation no more. They're just working alone. That's why they're looking to you. And they're not fighting no more. They want to find peace. They just want to find peace. And now we got loss of hope, fear of beginnings, right under the Tower. Right under the Tower. There's loss of hope and depression, holding on, resistance to change, and this goes right up under the Tower. And then we got the Queen of Cups. They're realizing who they picked. See, and this comes right under the Two of Cups upside down where they're not together no more, separation. There was no love there. There was no love. But when love was offered, they didn't want to change. But they sure want to be up in your energy now. Alright, under this Three of Pentacles in reverse, we got the Four of Wands. And this talks about community, home, and celebrations. This is what they want. They want to come home. They want to come home. And under this peace energy, we got 8 of Wands, and hang on, that means it's Chong sleeping. Alright. Yeah, this is coming in swift. They're looking, and this came upright, they're looking to come towards you because they realized that this other person was no good. No good. Alright, now we got 7 of Wands. Alright, now we go. Okay, now they're standing their ground. They're trying to stand their ground. But there's all these people around. They've made a lot of mistakes. They gotta face their own demons now. And now this Hermit's coming right under this death. They're being forced to go into solitude, self-discovery, self-healing. If this is your divine masculine, he needs a heal. And then we got a Page of Cups. This is love. They're coming in with a cup of love and spiritual. They want to come in with a cup of love to you. I mean, this person's unhealed. Very unhealed. And then 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Hang on. 4 of Pentacles. Alright, show more. Okay, so now they're letting go. They're letting go of all of the stuff they thought was important, like all their extracurricular activities. But they're lawless. They're coming in like a Hierophant in reverse. They're not following any kind of rules. They don't care about rules. They're going to get you. And then we got 9 of Cups. They did not get their wish fulfillment from this situation with whoever they left you with. And this person was a false empress, man or woman. It could be a man and somebody that embodies the empress. A man could be an empress, say emperor, whatever. But whoever they had, they did embody love or new beginnings. And then 8 of Swords in reverse. Oh my god, y'all. At least I'm starting to memorize this here. I'm getting there, guys. Alright, now they're getting a new perspective and moving forward with this 8 of Swords over here. Okay. Now we got what? 6 of Cups. They're letting go of the past with this other person, but they sure are not letting go of you. Whatever past that is. And justice is coming. Because we already had this Tower energy that was here. Justice is on his way. They have to listen to karma. I mean, that's it. Alright, the Empress in reverse comes right after Justice, so the true Empress is being vindicated at this hour. Alright, these 2 are down, so they're not for this reading. Then we get the Hangman, and this talks about sacrifice, waiting, and lack of direction. Alright, that's what this person had. They were waiting and they had lack of direction to the Empress. And then we got a Magician. They got resourcefulness, skill, ability, kind of sneakiness to them. That's why they thought they could do anything they want. And 10 of Cups in reverse. Justices, they will not get their wish fulfillment. That's what Justice says. And then we got Page of Swords. And this is the Dark card. Okay. Alright, Page of Swords. Reverse. Alright, there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of gossip that somebody's spreading about the Empress here. A lot of gossip. And Temperance is here with this Hangman. Since they have uncertainty and lack of deceit, Temperance is here to alchemize and balance everything out. And the Chariot is moving forward for the Empress. Because justice did appear. Alright. And now we got Page of Pentacles. Manifestation, financial opportunity. Financial opportunity is coming to the Empress. The true Empress. The upright one that everyone's gossiping about. Then we got the Hermit. Someone that... And they're going to be going into self-reflection. To learn that you just can't do what you want. And then 9 of Cups. Wishes are going to be fulfilled to the upright Empress. Things are going to start turning around in their energy. And they're going to start paying for their karma. Then we got the Knight of Swords. There's a logical person that's clear-minded and driven. That's going to run the Chariot and help out the Empress. It's going to happen. Then we got another Knight of Swords, but this is the dark one. And this is your person. This is your person. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this one's gonna... You got a good Knight of Swords and a dark Knight. You got 2 suitors coming. Or 2 messages coming. From a betrayal. It doesn't have to be love, guys. It's a betrayal. It could be a betrayal of a friendship or something. It was a major betrayal. You got a betrayal. Someone else is going to come by trying to say they're sorry. And they're coming in dark energy, guys. It's dark energy. Here's another dark card. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. What one was this again? Hang on. 6 of Wands. Alright, what was this again? Okay, victory and triumph. They're going to try to come through victorious with their make you low vibrational. They want to make you low vibrational so they don't have to suffer. And then we got the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles. Alright, and this is financial security. They want financial security from you. And they're not coming in a nice way. And then 3 of Swords. It's going to come with heartbreak. And maybe some of these are coming in to tell you that they have a child. They went and got somebody pregnant after they left you or some crazy stuff like that. It's not good. It's coming right after all these dark cards and their love offer. And the Lovers. Yeah, they want alignment with you. Well, I'm going to put this right under here. They want a love offer. Yeah, right after the 3 of Swords. And then we got the 5 of Wands. It's going to be more conflict, especially with this other party. I don't know. I feel like there's a baby or there's some kind of complication over there. But the Wheel of Fortune is coming in your favor. And then the Ace of Pentacles, new financial opportunities are coming towards you. So hold on when this offer comes. Please don't take it, even if this is not a love offer, if this was an old friend or whatever. Even if it's an old friend and it's somebody from your past, be wary at this time. You don't know what is going on after you left. That is what I'm being told to tell somebody. A lot of things have went on after you left. That's all I'm being told in my head. When you left, a lot of shit went down. I'm being told to tell you to be cautious. Alright, let's get these other oracle cards and find out. Tell us more what the divine needs to know when these Knight of when these nights come in. Biological clock. I just shuffled and got this. You're on a biological clock. If you want a baby, you may not have one if you go with the wrong person. You may not have a baby. For those out there that are wanting a baby. If you don't want a baby, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good offer. Everyone needs money. They need money to retire. Everybody needs something, guys. Then we got requited love. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to prove your worth. You are loved just as much as you love. Alright. You don't have to prove your worth. Okay? And you have a biological clock. You have time that you got to worry about. And it came up because maybe some people are worried about that, starting a family. You will have a family, but maybe this find it with the right person is what I'm getting, okay? And then we're getting securely attached. No push and pull, no guessing games. This is what it feels like to be loved by someone emotionally available. Consistent and attuned. Alright. You should be loved. You deserve to be loved. What I'm getting this is by somebody that's not doing a push and pull. This whole relationship back and forth with this third party thing I was picking up and all this fighting, they're putting you in this push and pull dynamic. It shouldn't be like that. I mean, that is not life. You weren't put on this earth to be abused in love. It is what it is. They just need to take care of them damn selves. Oh my god. And this was autocorrect victim. Maybe a message was sent to you and it come out really horrible. And you was livid. And maybe autocorrect made it a different word. Maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe you got a really messed up text is what I'm getting from this person, and it was from their phone acting crazy. Possibly. So, I don't know. That's just a side note for somebody. But this is what I got. I really help somebody. It's a very confusing energy, guys. But I'm going to let you guys go. All kinds of love for y'all. And I will see you on the next one.